Teams to play this afternoon. Expectations of this match very, very high, especially no doubt in the commentary box. Ken Doherty, Dennis Taylor, all set?
We certainly are, Hazel. A very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to final day at the Barbican, the home of the UK Snooker Championship. And what a prospect we have for you here this afternoon.
Yep. Really looking forward to this one, Dennis. And the two boys shake hands for the pictures before that beautiful trophy. What an atmosphere.
Cheers, Gary.
So Ronnie won the toss and he's going to get the final underway. And looking at both players at the top, Sean Murphy savours every minute. He was taking all the crowd in, and he's that sort of, you know, he wants to remember every match he plays, Ken. He's that sort of character.
You all got tripods to put the camera
Absolutely.
Oh,
Ronnie just informed the referee to make sure that photographers have tripods. He doesn't want them moving around at the bottom of the table there.
Frame. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
It's a hard one to call this, Dennis. I mean, both players have been in fantastic form. I don't think Ronnie has played anywhere near his best, but in patches he's played very well. And of course, Sean has been very prolific in the last couple of matches in particular.
well, I did his semi-final against Ryan Day. 5 of the frames he won with 1 visit and almost clinched the match with 1 visit. He was awesome in the semi-final, but that was a wide, or has he fluked it? Long way off the pot, as you can see, but what a trick shot that was. I like the shot he's going to play next, Ken. He's going to bring the pink into play. It was knocked onto the side cushion. He'll play a safety shot and bring that back into play. So he wants to keep things open.
Yes, I think both players want to keep the game open.
Sean Murphy won.
That's what they're best at. Although Ronnie, I think, in the safety department might just have the edge on Sean Murphy. And it's going to have to be good today because apart from that opening red, his break building and particularly his long potting over the week, Dennis, has been top quality. Sean Murphy's.
Well, that's a misjudgment there. Just slid off the cushion slightly and didn't hit the reds as he intended. So first proper chance falls to Sean. But he'd like to take that again.
1.
Can he just get through to the pink? Maybe. He was hoping to be on the black here.
Oh, he's very fortunate there. This pink just about cuts in. Yeah, good shot. He held for the red over the middle. Pink goes back in its spot, and I'm sure it pots into this
7.
bottom right-hand corner pocket as well. So good chance here already.
8.
And you mentioned there, Ken, about tactical and safety play. There'll be one very interested spectator, I'm sure, watching this final. A certain
14.
6 times former world champion Ray Reardon, who has worked with both these players. So I'm sure
15.
he'll be enjoying this. And I hope you're keeping well, Ray.
Yeah, one of the great masters of the tactical game. These two guys are great masters of the break building game.
20.
Without doubt. Now, is this a plant? Well, if it is, there's another little slice of fortune for Sean Murphy so far in this frame.
Well worked out. 21.
3 little slices of fortune already.
Well, he's let that one run much too far. It might work to his advantage. 'Cause he's going to be opening the reds up when he pots this. Just glanced off them.
27.
Straight on the blue, but there's one to the right of the pink that's on. And there might be one to the left of the pink that is also plottable.
32.
Well, maybe not.
33.
Maybe that one to the left of the pink isn't available, but he's the wrong side of the blue again.
Yeah, a little bit straight. May have to screw back towards this right centre and take one of these reds down into this bottom right-hand corner pocket.
$38.
Doesn't have to do too much with the cue ball. You can hold for the black. Good pot. Doesn't have the best angle on the black.
Yeah, he's looking at that red I mentioned to see if it would go into the left middle pocket, but he'd have to be very precise. No. The one at the left of the little triangle might go as well.
46.
Oh, that's good cueing, that.
47.
He's carried on where he left off last evening against Ryan Day. But what he did, as I mentioned, he won the frames with one visit. Can he start this final with one visit?
Yeah, as John Parr said at the top of the show, every now and again, around 40, 50, just before the winning line, he may throw in a missed pot just out of nowhere. He didn't do that against Ryan Day last night. That was the impressive thing. He kept his concentration. And that's what
52.
he's going to have to do in this final. He's getting almost to that point now. Just another couple of reds and colours.
53.
But he's absolutely buzzing around the table. Average shot time, just 16 seconds.
With that cue action of Sean's, you can see the tip of the cue comes right back on those
60.
shots, right back to his thumb virtually. Not so much on the little short shots, but even there.
61.
Well, snooker's required already, so he is going to win this opening frame with one visit.
Just what you want
66.
in the opening frame of a final, and particularly against possibly the best player that's ever
67.
played the game. You're setting out your intent straight away, showing no fear, and taking the opportunity when you've got it. Great start here for Sean Murphy.
74.
Can we see a century?
75.
Well, he's had 4 so far in this year's Betway UK Championship. And we've had 95 centuries so far this year. That's going some.
82. $83.
Sean's made 441 centuries. 37 last year.
90.
23 this year.
91.
He finished a little straight on the blue, but the way he's queuing, you wouldn't think this would be a problem. Oh, he's overscrewed it though, but the best in the world with the rest. Just this green needed for the century. Absolutely brilliant.
101.
What a start. Probably Keown as well. We've seen him for a long, long time, Dennis. As he said, he's having a great season. This is his 4th final. Lost 2 finals, won that Champion of Champions.
110.
This is really super stuff.
116.
Well, it may be cold outside, but it's hot here in the Barbican, that's for sure. What a way to start a final. Sean Murphy got one chance. And what did he do? He made a break of 123. And he leads Ronnie O'Sullivan by 1 frame to 0.
Sean Murphy to break.
So Sean breaks off in the 2nd frame. Two reds at the bottom of the pack. Ronnie will come down, have a quick look. Or do you plant into this bottom left-hand corner pocket? Looks pretty close. It's going into the left-hand side pocket as we look. But it looks as if you can make this. Yes. Needs the cue ball to slow up. Easy to slow down.
1.
Pretty good.
And it was a plant in the 1st frame that came to Sean Murphy's rescue when he was slightly out of position. So
4.
2nd frame and already had a couple of plants. That red's in a good spot there at
5.
the back of the pack for a couple of shots time. Might just pot red, black and not go into the reds, just leave himself on that one that's available and then he can
12.
split the reds off that.
13.
So if he gets nicely onto that red, in a couple of shots time those reds could be open. And that looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, he can follow
20.
through or possibly screw back. Screw back might be his option here. Loads of reverse side. What a wonderful shot that was. Bit straight on the blue, but just watch the side spin as soon as it hits the cushion. To get away from the pack and get up towards that blue. Just a little bit straight on the blue. He could take the pink and go back into the pack if he wishes. Could be taking a chance here with the split. Oh, where's the cue ball going? It's going in the pocket.
Foul.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 21. Sean Murphy 6.
Yeah, he needed to hit that red full ball. And once you catch them half ball, there's always a chance you can go into either corner pocket. It's still a bit unlucky. And now a test for a Sean Murphy special here.
1.
There's not many better in the game at this type of shot than Sean Murphy.
Three. Four.
I don't think I've ever seen that stat. 12 seconds average shot time.
Nine.
Yeah, it's very quick.
10.
It shows you how confident that Sean is going around the table. Now, an interesting shot maybe coming up.
17.
Pop the red, get a nice angle on the black. There's a couple of reds available, but
18.
nice opportunity to go into those 4 reds. He'll still be on the red to the right of the 4 into the corner pocket. And that's perfect. Okay. Slightly hampered, but
25.
another 4 reds into play there.
$26.
Never any doubt.
Any harder and this wouldn't have dropped in, but he's hampered slightly again as we show you the red wobble a couple of times. Just a bit of a distraction, that red there. Yeah.
Sean Murphy, 26.
That was the problem there. Just that red was just a little awkward.
One.
I know it's very early in this match, but it's important, I feel, for Ronnie to
6.
show his intent as well in this final. Bit unlucky with his first chance, of course. Didn't get a chance in the first frame.
Seven.
And wouldn't it be absolutely brilliant if both players play at the top of the form?
13.
What a final we could have here.
Just overscrewed that cue ball slightly. Wanted to be a bit straighter on this red for the black to follow. It's going to be short on the blue again.
14.
Look how close he went to the brown, but that was what he needed to get the angle to get on the red.
$20.
He's going to need that awkward red. It's close to the right hand side cushion, but if you pot this red, get on the pink, you can get close, really close behind that red.
27.
like to be a bit straighter on this red, but he can, yeah, leave the cue ball somewhere just above the pink spot. Drop the pink into the right centre and get right close to the red that's close to the right side cushion.
.28.
Just didn't have a nice angle on the pink to get close to it.
34.
So this may be frame ball, and Sean's only hope of getting back to the table.
Yeah, he potted the pink in the left side of the pocket. That's why he's come away from the cushion and needing the rest. Yeah, great recovery.
35.
Not easy down the cushion with the rest. We've got ourselves a final here, Ken.
We certainly have. This is a
42.
great response. I felt Ronnie really needed to win this frame at this visit, just to show
44.
Sean that anything you can do, I can do as well. This is going to be a cracker. Great response.
47. .51. .56. .62.
Wonderful break from Ronnie O'Sullivan of 69. It's only 62. It doesn't matter. He wins the frame. And it's Ronnie O'Sullivan won. Sean Murphy won.
A chance to go Christmas shopping after this in the afternoon, and may even want to get their money back for not sitting down long enough. It's going to be break after break, I feel.
Bring it on.
Break after break, and that was a good break off from Ronnie there. There's a view through the crowd here at the Bargain Centre. And there's one spectator there who'd be very, very proud. She's sitting on the front row watching her granddad referee the final. That's Paul Collier's granddaughter there, Tegan. Bless her.
He's left a chance here for Ronnie. This red is on. Wants to pot this off two cushions and try and leave a nice angle on the black. It's got to be low on it. May even just hold it off one cushion. Oh, that's a bad miss.
One.
And once again, a chance to see the cue power of Sean Murphy here. Watch this shot. He does it with such ease.
8.
didn't want to catch that red. If he had caught the main bunch, they would have all opened up. I think he can avoid canning the yellow here when potting this. He certainly doesn't want to career into the yellow. Yeah, it was thin enough.
9.
And even though there's, what, 3 or 4 loose reds, he might go into the pink again. He's very, very attacking as Sean. Oh,
Foul.
This time Sean's unlucky.
Sean Murphy 9, Johnny O'Sullivan 5.
Yeah, wanted the pink full ball, but very unlucky to plant the red in.
And that was a better shot than it looked. Dead straight, just off the cushion. To dig down on the cue ball. Now a nice little cannon into 3 reds above the black and hold for a red into either corner pocket. It's okay.
Eight.
Yeah, just having a look, mate. Pot this red and come back for the black. Easier to stay on the blue, but and then blue to red's just a little bit more difficult, so may come back for the black here. Played it well.
9.
Doesn't have to play a cannon here, but could play a cannon just into the 2 reds directly above the black here again.
$16.
There's his target, 70. Before his opponent will require a snooker. Within a couple of shots, he has the reds.
17.
Just absolutely perfect, Dennis.
But it's amazing the way these 2 players are playing. A little bit of good fortune or bad fortune is going to make such a vast difference, because they're going to punish that bit of bad luck. Yeah, you don't mind losing a frame if you've played a bad shot, but Ronnie had a bit of misfortune going in off when he was
24.
opening the pack previously.
25.
And Sean had it in this frame.
$32. 33.
It's not perfect, this. He's overscrewed that. Want to be a bit straighter on the blue. Drop on the 2 reds near the pink spot, or the one just to the right of the pink spot in the open. He doesn't have an ideal angle on this blue here. It's a little kiss off the blue here. Well, no, he's okay. Those 2 reds.
37.
One to the left is pot.
That was a very
38.
interesting choice of shot previously when he took the brown. The blue was a much easier pot, but he knew if he got the brown right, he could get perfect position.
43.
Anyone watching snooker for the first time will think, what an easy game this is. But these two players are making it look ridiculously easy. It's such a tough game.
49.
Yeah, first frame, just over 10 minutes. Second frame, just over 11. We're only coming up
50.
to 8 minutes for this frame, and it's almost over. He's only a couple of pots away. Look at that pot success, 95 and 96%. Amazing.
Surely that can't continue, but the way they're going, it might.
57. 58.
Right. Snooker's needed, as you can see, coming up to 30 minutes, just over 30 minutes. Yeah, I think we can head off with Steve Davis and do a bit of Christmas shopping, Ken.
65.
It's an absolute pleasure
66.
to sit and watch this.
73. 74.
'Great quote from Clive Everton many years ago when he was watching. Fantastic match. I think it was at
81.
the Crucible. It was snooker from the gods, and that's what we've been treated to so far in this final.
82.
Sublime stuff from both Ronnie and Sean. One mistake, and you're sitting in your chair for the rest of the frame.
He's already made
89.
7 centuries so far in this year's championship.
91.
Neil Robertson has made 8 centuries.
94.
142, still the highest. Michael White has got that.
'98.
Ronnie has made 913 centuries in his career. 913. Make that 914.
103.
Steve Peters there, watching Ronnie.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 103 in the frame.
Absolutely amazing. That's the 2nd century of the match. And Ronnie O'Sullivan leads Sean Murphy 2 frames to 1.
Important it is to actually have your own shot process and make it the same for every shot. Sean Murphy definitely does that. But watch Ronnie O'Sullivan now. He's down on the shot, just start going on, queuing back a bit forwards. He's not happy with how he's queuing, so he puts in a couple more. And all of a sudden, Nancy gets him find the groove, and then he plays the shot. Because he wasn't happy with how he was going backwards and forwards. But that's different from when Sean Murphy was on the black, isn't it, John?
Yeah, I mean, Sean didn't quite take enough. He come down and played at exactly the same pace he's played the other. On the black that he missed, and he was slightly hampered with the red. So Ronnie took a little bit more time there, managed to get over the problem that he had, and Sean didn't manage to do it the same. But it's just interesting. I mean, you're supposed to play the same speed all the time, but there's some shots that warrant a bit of respect.
They deserve a little bit of attention. OK, last one before the interval.
So last frame before the mid-session interval. It's been super fast there, you see it, just over 32 minutes.
Be interesting to see how Sean responds to that century break. He's got an early long red to go at. It's a Sean Murphy special, so he sat out that last frame. Can he start with a good long pot?
think that answers your question, Dennis. What a putt that was. Just look at the reaction on the cue ball. It's actually over-screwed it. I'd love to get onto that red just below the black if you can. Good putt. That's the choice of reds. I take this one into the bottom left-hand corner pocket. Back up for blue or pink. You won't go into the pack here. The pink
7.
is not on the spot, so that red just below the black will possibly be his next target.
And they're an awkward pack to
12.
go into from the black. That's why Sean's just having a little wander around, just planning his route.
Well,
I think if anybody in the game, Dennis, can split this pack with cue power, it's definitely this man. Lots of top spin on the cue ball here.
He's got up and had a look at the angle just to make sure he's comfortable. It's a bit unlucky. It was always going to be a difficult pack to go into. Played the shot well, just needed a little trace more side. He needed to hit that
20.
red there, full ball, and he caught it half ball.
Sean Murphy, 20.
Just caught that all wrong, far too thin, but it's not easy to I'll just show you the shot again. He wanted that a little bit thicker to avoid the cannon on the black, but he's hampered here. He might just be able to get on the pink. Yeah, he could.
1.
Pot into
7.
this bottom left-hand corner pocket. I think it will. You can pot the red into the right centre, leave a nice angle on the pink. Try and bring some more reds into play.
Eight.
He's gone down for the yellow to go into the red, so lots of left-hand side yellow and hit the pink and reds. He looked to have that shot on that you said, Ken, but this is much more difficult, but he's so good at this type of shot. Got to get it just right though. that was the problem. He didn't quite catch the reds as he intended. Just caught the pink first. Just show you're coming across. The pink was away from the reds.
I think he's missed the trick there, Dennis. That pink was clearly on. And let's end the break. He'd be disappointed he didn't make more from that opportunity. And this is a bit short with his safety.
10.
That's not good.
Nice to just relax and watch a little bit of tactical and safety play, because those 3 opening frames were incredible. 123 from Sean, 62 and 103 from Ronnie, with very little safety play. There was just one mistake and it was over the frame.
I'm not quite sure. I think this red is potable. He's having a look at leaving the cue ball down this end of the table, but I think if he clips that red on the outside, I think he can pot it and still avoid the reds. Play it as a shot to nothing. Doesn't like it.
Yeah, don't blame him for taking a bit of time over this one. Mid-session intervals coming up. He'd like to be 2 frames all. He's got a 30-point advantage. He knows if he makes one mistake here, he could be going to the interval 3-1 behind. That's why he's giving this plenty of thought.
He could take the one that's closest to the pocket, just try and drop it in. He'll have the pink into the opposite corner pocket, but this is a big shot. And that's the problem when you play it at that pace. If it doesn't go in, it's going to be over the pocket. Just gone slightly awry, but he's had a bit of fortune there.
It's not straightforward the way they're sitting here, and that pink's a little awkward. You might just pot that. It'll go up onto the brown spot, but it clears the path for this right corner pocket. So that was a good plan to get that out of the way. In fact, there's enough room on the pink spot.
15.
Not sure if it's tied it up, but he's on the black here nicely anyway.
$16.
One little cannon here. Black into the red, just up above it and to the left. Well, decided to go into the pack and disturb them, but it's not too bad. He's got a red to the right centre.
23.
Yeah, they play a similar type of game. These two players, they love to get the ball's open as soon as they can, and if they get a chance with that type of shot, they certainly go for it. That's amazing, 97%.
24.
For Ronnie O'Sullivan, 95% for Sean Murphy. I don't think I've seen that before.
Ronnie just taking a little bit more time than usual. He knows the importance of winning this frame, this chance. Going into the mid-session into the lead.
30. $31.
Well, there's 3 easy reds available to Ronnie. And those 2 to the right are almost touching. One of them might be available.
38. $39.
It's been an absolute wonderful display from both players here.
$46.
Yeah, it's one of these games.
47.
Such high quality. You miss one ball, and it's it, sitting in a chair for the rest of the frame. Now, we'll find out whether the top red of those 2 that you
54.
mentioned, Dennis, will pot into the left centre.
Yeah, if not, he's going to have to be perfect here to get the cannon from the black to the reds. He'd rather
55.
not play the cannon, but the angle he's left on the black, he's going to have to play something very special. He's just looking now to see if it'll go. Can he find that gap? What a shot this is. If it keeps going, I don't think he's on it.
62.
It was a great effort, wasn't it?
Oh dear.
Big target behind brown though and pink here. The cue ball.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 62.
Just a little bit short, but you get a good 32-point lead.
And this is a terrific shot because he's brought that into play, that red. And if he's covered these 2 reds, although he's 32 behind, Sean Murphy might just have gone favoured for this frame, because Ronnie's not only got to negotiate the snooker, he's got to get it safe. And that's not safe.
Wow. And a miss.
All of a sudden, new favourite for this 4th frame. It was Ronnie's shot when he got on the black to get to those 2 difficult reds, when he just left himself out of position and had to go all the way around the table.
One.
Yeah, that was the attempt to go all the way around the table, but it was the shot previously that left him having to try that. Probably play down for the pink here.
8.
Now it'll be green
9.
now, because I don't think he's on the angle. He'd like the pink back on its spot. It would make the clearance easier, but I think he needed the white a little bit further towards the yellow to do that.
Man, what a massive steal this would be for Sean Murphy. Didn't look like he was going to get a chance.
Twelve. $14.
He's going to have to pot them all. And with the pink on the brown spot. Not straightforward.
17.
Yeah, brown to blue, and then blue to pink would be the key.
21.
Struck that really well. Lots of reverse side to get top side of the blue. Imperative he leaves the right angle on this pink to get back for the black. This could
26.
be, I know it's early days, Dennis, but it could be a very pivotal frame. Ronnie, for all money, was looking like going into the interval with a 2-frame lead. And this looks absolutely perfect.
32.
What has he seen? It's a little fly just on the cloth. Well, there it is. It's on its back as well. Oh, back on its feet again. Sean's not going to hit. Oh. Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous session at snooker. It looked like Ronnie O'Sullivan was going to go to the interval 3-1. But he hasn't. It's Sean Murphy that cleared up, and we're all squared. 2 frames each. Absolutely brilliant.
I think, Peter, that win that Sean Murphy had over Ronnie O'Sullivan in the final of Champion Champions has really given him the belief that he can beat Ronnie in these big matches now.
Absolutely, Stephen. And he's just got stronger and stronger all week. So it's Ronnie O'Sullivan who breaks off left-handed once again. It's a decent length of cue ball. I'm sure Murphy will be taking this on.
And he sort of shook his head a bit because he knew he never got the cue ball tight in the baulk cushion, and obviously that's why he knows this is going to happen more often than not. It's absolutely fabulous long pot, perfect angle in the blue, full in the face into the pink. Split these reds everywhere. Just hope not block up the black. He's moved the black. Good contact in the pink. Oh dear.
6.
There you see, hits the pink absolutely plumb, full in the face. Very unfortunate. When you hit them properly, you deserve to be in one. The best reds player in the world, in my opinion, so that's a very rare miss. It was a tricky one. He had lots to think about. Very aggressive shot. That's the way he plays.
Foul. Sean Murphy, 4.
Oh, that's incredible. That's so careless for a professional snooker player, anyone to do that.
Thank you.
It's always tricky when you're aiming down on the cue ball like that. Any slightest trace of unwanted side is going to move the cue ball.
One.
Well, I certainly didn't play for blue to the yellow pocket.
Six.
Obviously like to get the black back into play. So possibly look to play for that red that's just below the black spot. He has got an angle in the blue. I don't know why he's reluctant to play that red. Maybe he just doesn't fancy playing that black along the cushion.
Twelve. $13.
Again, it's got a lovely angle in the blue to play for that red. Completely ignoring it at the moment. Just don't think he fancies that black along the cushion.
$18. $19.
No, Ronnie would rather have left the red over the green pocket as some sort of insurance policy, but it looks as if he's going to have to play for it this time. He would have loved to have gotten straightish on the red into the left-hand black pocket and screwed through those reds back up for the blue.
24.
Leaving this red over the pocket, but that's not an option now.
25.
Very unusually for Ronnie O'Sullivan, just lost his cue ball a bit there.
$30.
No, that's a good pot, but he's not rescued the situation. He's still low on the blue. May look at yellow. Just depends on the natural angle to get round the back of brown and green. Using 3 cushions to get on the red that Peter was just talking about a second ago. And I think this is all caused by his reluctance
33.
to play for the red next to the black spot and get the black into play.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 33.
I'm slightly surprised there, Stephen, that Ronnie turned down the red into the left corner. He could have sent the white off the other reds and played it as a shot to nothing back to baulk.
Yeah, he's not a risk taker, Ronnie O'Sullivan, on the table, really. I think he's got tremendous respect also for his opponent.
Yes, it's amazing how these top players see the table differently. You know, if this was Sean Murphy playing this shot, he'd be taking the long red and screwing back to baulk. He's got tremendous cue power. Ronnie will play a shot to nothing if he can, but almost certainly he'll be looking for a top quality safety shot here.
And the fact that Sean Murphy's long pot on is so good, it's putting pressure on Ronnie's safety play. In the end, he's going to pot himself out of trouble. He's going to take that red to the left corner. He didn't want to play that shot. That's one of the reasons he missed it. He never fancied it, or else he would have got down straight away and played it.
Sean may be playing for the black here. That's incredible. Well, a wonderful pot. Lovely use of right hand side there. One good positional shot
6.
here. And it'd be a favourite for the frame.
$7.
That's why I was slightly surprised that he played for the blue in taking the first red. He could have stunned off the side cushion with a touch of right hand side, and he had a great chance of getting on the black after potting the first red, but that's end of break.
Ramble. Sean Murphy 7.
So after the first 4 frames where there was at least a break of 62, 2 centuries, this frame, the first scrappy affair of this final. But come the end of the day, these ones could prove very important to win. Now, the crowd are applauding, but Ronnie won't be happy with that. He won't be happy at all.
That's another tremendous long pot from Sean Murphy. His long game really is incredible. It's tremendous cueing that.
And from so close to the cushion as well, he gets such great control.
Sean Murphy 1.
Oh, Sean's left Ronnie a 1 cushion escape to the red. It's on tight on the cushion. That's a bit careless. I wouldn't expect Sean to gain an advantage from here. Okay, we can put Ronnie in a snooker again. Just stun the red away. Get tight into the black. Looks from here like he's got the angle. Maybe the angle's different from down at the table.
I think the problem with that shot, Stephen, is that he's going to have to hit it quite hard, and if he overhits it, he could possibly leave a red to the centre. But that's not the best of safety shots from Sean Murphy.
He definitely doesn't, and he never has done, and very similar to myself, doesn't put the same amount of concentration and focus into safety shots as he does into pots.
Well, if this red goes into the left-hand black pocket, which I think it does. I was thinking of the red above that, that if it had played with pace, the cue ball would have been going down towards the brown and yellow, so I'm a little bit surprised that he took that one. But this is not an easy safety shot here for Ronnie O'Sullivan. I'm not so sure he went for that, Stephen.
I have to say, I think he did. But this isn't easy, this black. Fortunate to be on it, but not a gimme. Played it as if it was hanging over the pocket. Yeah, I think he had to hit it the red thick. He was definitely not planning on cannon in the black. Great chance now to take this 5th frame. Already 24 points in front.
16. $17. 24. 25.
So that's the snooker of the card stage. I don't expect Ronnie to miss this black.
$32.
Just a very average 97% pot success rate, Stephen.
Yeah, 89,
37.
sorry, 90 now out of 93. It's not a bad performance in a final.
39.
Sean himself is 94%. Incredible standard so far. Well, the green's not in, but thanks to that fabulous on the red,
39 on the front.
Ronnie Sullivan wins the scrappiest frame of the match so far to lead 3 frames to 2. Yeah, all the frames count when they make century breaks or take 3 or 4 chances, and it's a very interesting frame. To say, I think of the 2 players, Ronnie O'Sullivan definitely puts more thought and intent into his safety play.
Sean Murphy to break.
But Sean Murphy, you have to say, is probably the more consistent long potter. So it makes for very interesting when it gets to the safety battles. No, that's, you wouldn't expect that as a stat. This is poor. Taking this on. Brilliant. Brilliant.
One.
And that is what is putting pressure on Ronnie O'Sullivan's safety game. As soon as he doesn't get that cue ball, either glued to the baulk cushion or hidden, Sean Murphy seems to pot one.
8. 9.
And I think we know what shot's coming up next.
Yeah, more imperative now to hit the pink full in the face because there's a bit of gap between the pink and the reds. Now again, a fantastic contact, and again, unlucky going into them.
Sean Murphy 9, Ronnie O'Sullivan 5.
Let's look here to see if there's anything. No, it didn't look obvious. Sometimes you can see straight away, but that was not obvious. Very unfortunate.
One.
I suppose, you know, you could, if you really looked hard, you can. I think if you look too hard, you can see things all over the place. At the end of the day, you just got to play the right shot sometimes. But with Ronnie winning that last frame, because they're only playing another 3 frames,
5.
if Sean wants a lead going into tonight, he's got to win all 3. That's the psychology of these little mini sessions.
6.
He wants the white to stop now if it's going to stop short. There is this red he's looking at to right corner. He could play it with pace. Left hand side in between yellow and brown. 2 cushions into the 5 reds.
$11. $12.
Well, he's going to have to do something now. He could even play into the reds and the cushion here, but obviously has to disturb something to carry this break on, and hitting the brown is not the way to go about it.
17.
I was a little bit surprised, Stephen, that he didn't play with topspin and left-hand side there. It was always going to be difficult to play the screw shot with right-hand side, and he wouldn't be getting as much pace into the cue ball by playing it that way.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 17.
It's a great safety shot, though. Another wonderful safety shot from Ronnie O'Sullivan. Very, very well judged. Needed to catch the red that he played very, very thin. Played it with lots of right-hand side. Difficult decision for Shaun Murphy here, because if he plays to land on the red to the left of the black spot near the black cushion, he may be leaving a red into the right centre. And if he plays a 2 cushion escape, it needs to be thick, so similar shot to he played before. And that's very well judged.
I wonder if this is a tempter for Shaun Murphy. You'd have to play with a lot of left-hand side to take the cue ball up a straight line, so I know it's a bit risky, even for Shaun.
Ronnie just needs to be a little bit careful with this safety shot. because he could cannon into the 2 reds behind the black spot and push a red towards the right corner. And that's why he played it very thin, and that is an excellent safety shot. Well played.
It's not with the cue ball glued in that baulk cushion, but that was an excellent contact on the red from Sean Murphy. Too thin, he hits the brown. Too thick, he hits the red and the right cushion. That was very well played. Sean's coming down to look at the pink, so red to right corner, stun off the side cushion for the pink to the same pocket. He needs to get it if that's the shot he's playing. Well, it just makes these long pots look so easy. And you're surprised when he misses these. That's the first, bad safety shot that Ronnie's played in this frame, and look what happens.
It's very demoralising for an opponent, Stephen, isn't it, when you see the other player knocking long balls in consistently like that.
Seven.
It's a big frame this for Sean Murphy. They're all important, obviously, but he doesn't want to be going into tonight's second session, but way behind. Okay. Both these players can still lead going into tonight's session, but neither player wants to give up an advantage.
$14.
Both players have tremendous presence at the table.
20.
Sean Murphy, very aggressive, very positive. And Ronnie very dominant in his own way, almost in an artistic fashion.
$21.
He'd love to play for the black here, to the right corner. If you could get straight in the black or just a little bit high, he could pot the black, cannon the 2 reds away that are together, and leave himself on the open one to left corner. Possibly too much angle for that now. The pink's going to go back in its own spot after this. Ooh, that was risky. Okay, it was a good shot to play, but very aggressive.
33.
They do well to find that gap again. Just a trace of right-hand side on the cue ball. Didn't follow the natural angle of the cushion.
Sean Murphy, 33.
Very decisive from Ronnie. Did very well to avoid the double kiss there. That had to be very, very thin. Sean may try to get the cue ball behind the green here, but again he needs to be careful not to push a red over the right corner. Oh, what a flick that was. He'll be delighted with that.
Foul. Sean Murphy, 4.
This red is still potable.
Well, this red does cut, but Ronnie's hampered by the green. And that was an excellent shot.
One.
I mean, the yellow to right middle looks to have a lovely angle to go into the 3 reds, but I don't think he's going to play that at this stage of a UK final. But in an exhibition or in practice, that'd be the shot he'd be playing. Lots of top spin.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1.
I think Ronnie can get through to this to pot it. Right in the middle. No, has he got an angle? Possibly he can come off the cushion here into the black. That's unlucky.
Seven.
Okay, the second red, the one that's directly behind the black spot, I don't think I'm thin enough for that, and snooker Sean behind the black. Obviously, not the angle. Well, can't believe Peter was in for a safety shot. They could pot the red.
Hey.
Yes, that was incredible. Amazing pop. You have to be so accurate down the cushions, and at that pace, that was amazing.
Obviously played with a degree of safety, but still a fabulous pot. I mean, the pace he played at, if he'd missed it, he'd left it hanging over the pocket. Again, see the thought that's gone into what looks like a pretty simple safety shot. But the thought that Ronnie's put into it.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 8.
And in the end, it's a poor one. I think I'd have rather like left Sean with a shot at the red, tight under the baulk cushion than snooker in there.
This is a tough safety shot, and I wouldn't blame Sean for playing the double kiss here. Back to baulk. If he plays the cue ball below the bottom of the cue ball, at the bottom of the white, the red won't come too far away from the cushion and the cue ball will go back to the baulk end. But if he decides to play that shot, he needs to make sure he hits the red bang in the middle. Otherwise it will double kiss and the red will go to the side. Wow, that was a very, very dangerous shot to play. And he played it poorly. I know hindsight is a wonderful thing, Stephen, but I thought if he played the double kiss there, he can't possibly leave the red.
Cue ball in behind green and brown here. Yeah, as I said, I agree. I don't think Sean puts as much attention into safety shots as Ronnie does. I think that's just the game he plays. That's not the best one from Ronnie O'Sullivan. I mean, this is virtually a gimme for Sean Murphy, the way he's been potting these. Didn't pot it in the middle of the pocket, that's why he's left the cue ball and may not be in the green.
2.
If he pots the yellow in the middle of the pocket, he's on that green. He hits the left knuckle, which puts the cue ball on a wider angle. He's got to be really careful, Sean Murphy. Big frame this could be. A bad one to lose.
And this is not an easy safety shot. Wants to avoid a double kiss. Oh, that was quite a clever shot. He made sure he got the green safe.
2.
Not as played.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 3.
Well, some of the times you would play cushion first here, but that cue ball tight to the side cushion. I don't think he can play the shot. Again, was a very dangerous shot to play. Very dangerous. Okay, it's not going to be a straightforward clearance. Pink to black. Well, you're just going to need a very good angle in the pink. What's that? Cue ball to stop.
9.
Oh, I mean, he couldn't. He can almost not pick up the cue ball with his hand and place it any better. Look at the angle, it's dropping the black.
15.
That's a hot shot, he's dominated this frame. That's a big frame for Ronnie O'Sullivan. He's guaranteed been at least level going into tonight's session. Leads Sean Murphy 4 frames to 2.
This afternoon's session.
Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Two very big frames now. Sean Murphy doesn't want to be 6-2 down going into tonight's session. So worst case scenario, win one of these remaining 2 frames.
Ronnie may play a similar shot here. There's a chance of this going in off the black. That's another excellent safety shot.
Yeah, for me, I think the difference between these two players, both two of the best players in the world, but the difference between the both of them here is I don't think Sean can beat Ronnie below his best. I think the other way around, Ronnie can beat Sean below his absolute best. And I think therein lies the difference. Sean may well have fluked the red into the corner, but if he takes this brown on, this is horrible. This is really missable. Well, he's pointing his cue to where he's going to leave the cue ball now, so yeah, I think even Sean is going to refuse this brown. 4-2 down, very smelly. 4-2 up, he might have been tempted. 4-2 down, no.
Sean Murphy 1.
Well, Ronnie can play the red, which is closest to the blue here. I think he'll be trying to get the cue ball back in a similar position to where it is now. He plays this shot so well normally, and it's so difficult. He's digging down, touch a left-hand side. And that's the line. Has he got the pace? He has. That's a fantastic safety shot.
There's been a few, but that's one of the shots of the match so far.
Foul. And a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4. Back.
Ronnie just coming round to interested party where that cue ball's been replaced.
Okay. Thank you. Foul. And a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4. Back.
Well, you're going to get a warning now, Sean Murphy, from the referee, because he can get through to the main bunch. Reds.
Yeah? Okay. I have to warn you now, if you don't hit the red this time, I'll award the frame, okay?
If he comes off the cushion, the red is playing. Comes off the cushion dead weight. I mean, that's a shot, but obviously not now, because if he misses it, he loses the frame. You know, I'm surprised he didn't look at that one first. But he's in real trouble now. Is he playing some sort of pot? Well, if he's not left the red nearest the left corner, it could have been worse. Yeah, great pot to the middle and finished up with a nice angle in the blue. Choice of 3 or 4 reds to right corner to drop on, possibly even a choice of 2 or 3 to right middle. If this goes well, what a chance for the frame.
Six. Seven.
It's always fascinating to see how Ronnie goes about his break building. And when the table is difficult and the balls are covering each other, there really is nobody better in the game.
Well, I think you heard the groan.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 12.
He can't believe he's missed that. Oh, Ronnie's eyeing up a pot to the left corner. There is a path to get around the back of the reds. Quite an aggressive shot, Joyce. He's under pressure now, Shaun Murphy, in this match. This is a big opportunity. Good solid pot. Has to take advantage here, I feel. If he can win it in one visit, it'd give him such a boost of confidence going into the last frame of the session. Be too bothered about getting the black back in its spot yet, because you can see I don't think the black's going to be available to any corner pocket, so no point in playing for the black. Just concentrate on pink and blue.
7.
If he has played for the black, I'm a little bit surprised. I thought get the pink back in its spot would be a better way of going around it.
$13. $14.
That was very well controlled. Never easy when you're digging down into the cue ball like that. Made it look easy. It wasn't. And that's a lovely little cannon as well.
$20. 21.
Big moments in this match for Sean Murphy.
$27. 28. 33. 34.
Oh, how well did he hit that? The reaction of the cue ball was just incredible. Just timing.
Yeah, there would have been a lot of players struggle with that shot, Stephen. It doesn't seem to matter
41.
to Sean Murphy if he does end up getting straight on the ball, and he has to use the tremendous cue power that he's got. And I agree with you completely. He times the ball unbelievably well.
42.
But then every now and then he does that. Gets too much into it. To put that red near that left cushion was very clumsy. There's pressure on this.
$49. 50.
Sometimes when they hit the first jaw, they don't go in any harder. You'd have to say. I mean, I'm surprised it went anyway, but any harder definitely wouldn't have.
$57.
So red colour, red needed. So I would say up for the blue. Play that red near the yellow pocket.
$58.
Want to stop short of the blue, so you get close to this red. He doesn't want to be playing frame ball from distance. Okay, we know how good he's been today. But you want to make frame balls as easy as possible. Make them unmissable. So, 44 ahead. This red
63
to leave. Sullivan needing a snooker. He'd love to put another colour after this red to stop Ronnie. Sullivan coming back to the table.
64.
It's been a great performance this break from Sean Murphy. Under pressure, he needed it. Very well played. Two snookers, so Ronnie Sullivan may come back to the table.
69.
Unless this red goes in.
Sean Murphy, 69.
Excellent effort from Sean Murphy. Under extreme pressure. That was a great break. But the frame's not over. That red's in a good position. If Ronnie Sullivan can get in the black or pink here.
One.
Pot in the pink means it's now 2 snookers to tie.
Seven. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 7.
So an excellent break from Sean Murphy just when he needed it. The pulls one back, and now we've got a massive last frame to this afternoon session.
It's trying to get a fine balancing act, but you've got to get the that ball cushion more often than not and glue that cue ball.
OK, here we go. It's the last of the afternoon. Incidentally, the last final they played was in the Champion of Champions. It went 4-all as well before Sean Murphy really took off in the evening session to win. So it's kind of deja vu as far as that's concerned at the moment, but this is a key frame in this final. You must think.
Absolutely, Hazel. Such an important frame. And an excellent safety shot immediately from Sean Murphy.
What a pot that was. Yeah, you watch Sean Murphy when this goes in, he taps his cue in appreciation for that pot. He knew Ronnie Sullivan was playing that. But yeah, 5-3 is doable. If Sean Murphy was to finish 5-3 down, he definitely didn't want to lose both the last 2 frames and be 6-2 down. I think that would have been too much.
4. Five.
I think he can just get to the edge of the pack, stay on this red to right corner. Yeah, just a little. Oh, took his eye off the pot. No.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 5.
You can see what Ronnie thinks about that. Just completely took his eye off the pot, concentrating on the cannon on the pack. And as we always, 95% of Ronnie's misses are thin. That was the same again. Just concentration, wasn't pressure, that one.
1.
Well, Sean Murphy's got a couple of open reds here, but will he go into the pack? He's very, very aggressive.
Eight. Sean Murphy, 8.
I must admit, I'm surprised whenever Sean Murphy misses with the rest. That wasn't easy. And luckily for Sean, the reds come back across the table and stayed over that left corner. Second chance for Sullivan. Needs a bounce.
1.
I'm not surprised if his timing has been affected, Stephen, the way he punched the table there. His right hand must be throbbing right now. Oh, what a shot that is. You see Ronnie punching the table in frustration, disappointment. He's played the double. It's in.
No, that's probably the riskiest shot he's played to date. I mean, look where the cue ball is. He's left everything in for Sean. I mean, as doubles go, it was, you know, pretty easy, but still, they're never certainties.
11.
Surely he's not going to let another
12.
chance go by. Maybe going to the bunch again, stay in this red to left corner. Just open these reds up a bit. Yep. Wow. That's incredible. Is he still in this red? He would have thought 100 times out of 100 he would just leave a simple red to left corner. I think he's still on it. Be a sigh of relief.
20.
Cannon into the two reds above the black.
$27. 28. $35. 36.
That's pretty good. One pot success. So anywhere between 70 and 80% is quite happy with. Can't separate the players and the safety. Two century breaks so far. I'd be surprised if there was no more before the end of this final. I don't know if he's played for the cue ball there. He looks edgy. He looks desperate to get this frame. Blue goes. This wasn't the cleanest of pots.
$44. $45.
Looks to be pretty straight in this black, but I think the red at the bottom of the 4 will pot to the left middle. So just a matter of screwing the cue ball to somewhere where it is now.
$52. Sullivan, 52.
There's a one more twist in this first session.
Thank you.
One good pot, an angle and a colour. That was a big shot.
To be perfectly honest, Ronnie's been very unfortunate to leave that red there. He had to play the red with pace to try and play it as a shot to nothing. Look at the cue power there of Sean Murphy. That is absolutely incredible. Look at the spin he generates here. It's amazing. This requires a very precise positional shot. What's the left-hand side? This is a great shot. This is a great shot. Oh, is he on this red? What a fantastic effort that was.
6.
Would be monumental in this match. Ronnie O'Sullivan has had 2 very good chances to have this frame in the bag. This will hurt.
$12.
A little bit more angle in the blue than is for it to be comfortably easy to get on the red. Still no problem, but at this point in a break like this, you want everything as easy as possible.
18.
Up for the blue. Under hit it.
19.
What sort of angle has he got on the pink? We're straight down to the shot, so it must be good. He's never had absolute pinpoint position in this break yet.
25.
What a session of snooker this has been for absolutely everything.
30.
You would obviously have given Sean Murphy virtually this clearance by now if it wasn't for the black being where it is.
34.
Wants to be as close to that black as possible, and if possible
39.
not cutting it back the way into the pocket, if anything straight or a little bit high. Doesn't want that cue ball on the cushion.
45.
This is not nice. Anything but low. Nope. Oh, that's got it. I thought it was going to hit the first snooker.
On the frame.
Absolutely tremendous first session. An incredible frame for Sean Murphy to steal in the end. He wins the last 2 frames. We're going to tonight's session of the final, all square, 4 frames each.
of the UK crown. A possible 11 frames is going to sort it all out, and in the box seats this evening we say hello to former world champions Ken Doherty and John Parrott. Do you think we're all set for a close one here, fellas?
Could very well be, Hazel. Good evening, everybody. Wonderful atmosphere, wonderful venue, and two truly wonderful players. And what a session that was this afternoon, Ken.
Yeah, fantastic
Thank you.
session.
The 9th frame.
And what an atmosphere
Ronnie
for both
O'Sullivan to
players
bat.
as they enter this wonderful Barbican Hall here in York. Fantastic crowd. I think this could go all the way, John.
Yep. Again, it's 4-4. 4-2, it was looking a little precarious for Sean, but, well, he dug in deep. And that last frame was absolutely fabulous to pinch. Pot success, you can see, 94% each, which is very high. Long pot success was surprising, you would think. I mean, okay, Ronnie's brilliant at the long game, but the way Sean's been knocking him in this week, you thought there'd have been not much between them. There certainly isn't in the safety. Big shot to take on. First shot of the evening, but he'll be happy with it.
Yeah, nice kiss. Kept the red and the cue ball safe. I don't know about you, John, but I think that sort of mid-session interval sort of came at the right time. You know, after the 8 frames, particularly for Ronnie. He was getting a little bit annoyed with himself. He banged the table, and he would have been very disappointed to lose that last frame and only finish the session all square instead of having a 2-frame lead. There was an excellent pot from Sean Murphy.
One.
And that is extremely unlucky. What a pot that was, right into the heart of the pocket. But I think the cue ball has sneaked past the green. He can't have the yellow. All he can do is tuck him up.
Sean Murphy, 1.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ken. I think he was just getting a little bit edgy to win that last frame. Ronnie, doesn't matter how much experience you've got and how many times you've won tournaments, it's just human nature that you want to try and take a 5-3 lead in instead of 4 each. And well, he played a double in the last frame in the afternoon and took it. He was taking a chance, but he just forced it a bit, but it went in. But ultimately couldn't win the frame in one visit, and yeah, he didn't look too pleased with himself when he left the auditorium.
Touching ball, so Sean can just play away from the red up into ball, trying to cover the pack with the green. Hasn't done so. Just be careful. Ronnie's got to be a little bit careful here, just doesn't knock a red towards his bottom left-hand corner pocket.
Just wondering whether that yellow is quite a nice target down there. If he can get him behind it, that's his intention. He's getting close.
Beautiful shot and pace as well. Just puts that little bit of pressure on these safety shots. And the difference, the difference being close to the cushion, John, and just being a little bit short of it. It's such a big difference in cueing.
Tell you what, it was a big shot to take on though, Ken, wasn't it? Because it didn't look like there was a natural gap, even if he'd have potted it to get round there. So it had to go in. So first good chance to Ronnie O'Sullivan this evening.
Yeah, and I'm sure after this blue, it'll be red and get that black back on the spot as soon as possible.
Six.
A little shake of the head tells me that this red is a bit straight. Wanted a little angle where he could have just stunned it in and get behind the black and pot it into Middle pocket, he couldn't do that from that angle.
7. $12.
Yeah, come a little in the middle of everything there, really. The red that's at the back of the pack, he can't really stun up. I think he might flick off the red at the bottom of the bunch. So he's just looking there to see if he could drop it in and come on the pink left-handed, which of course he's brilliant at. So that's what he's going to play.
13.
I think pink will go onto the black spot then. The spot might be occupied, so that'll help.
Yeah, pink spot's covered, so goes on the highest available. Nice angle after potting this red now for the pink. It'll be straight
20.
into the reds, just above the pink. Play a nice little cannon here. Yeah, didn't have to hit that hard. Just played a wonderful little soft cannon there, and it's just opened up 3 or 4 reds there.
A lovely touch, wasn't it? That cannon's that one. Frees 2 or
26.
3 more balls, so beautiful touch.
27.
Just run slightly too far with that one. I'd like to have played the pink and screwed out for the reds into the same pocket, so might have to play another cannon now. Which is all right.
Yeah, you got enough bottom on the cue ball just to hold it off those 2 reds. He's held it nicely.
33. $34.
Played that nicely. I'm sure the bottom red of the 5 will pot into the same pocket he's just potted that red, so he doesn't have to disturb any reds here. Well, decided with the angle to try and bring everything into play. Could have been nicer.
40. Touching ball.
Yeah, he's playing away here, so the touching ball isn't a problem. It's just tricky little red.
31.
These are absolutely lovely. So this is a great contribution already from Ronnie. Settled down really well. Took him a while to totally get the cue ball in this break, but he's got it now. And you'd be very surprised if there isn't the first frame gone this evening.
47.
Yeah, 2 lovely little shots into both middle pockets there, just holding the cue ball. And that's all about
48.
touch and feel. This man has it in abundance. Good start for Ronnie. This just exactly what he needed.
54. 55.
Yeah, well, this lovely break, of course, all from Sean's opening attempt at a red here, which was certainly very attacking. Couldn't really see a natural gap through, but he missed it by
61.
a mile. And you have to sit and suffer. Certainly against this man.
62. $68.
He had such a fast start to from the very first frame. 10-minute frame, 11-minute frame was the second. Just over 10 minutes for the next, and the longest frame of the first 8 was 24 minutes.
75.
I'm just coming up to 10 minutes for this frame. And, well, will Sean come back? He says no, and a 75 break for Ronnie O'Sullivan. Puts him back into the lead and takes this opening frame. He leads Sean Murphy again by 1. It's 5 frames to 4.
Number of UK Masters and World titles. Ronnie, 1 behind in the chase, and of course Steve Davis, his record in this championship of 6 could be equalled tonight. Ronnie has often protested this week that it's not records that's driving him on, but how important in terms of a legacy and a life and a career are these records, as far as you're concerned, Stephen?
Yeah, you go through your career, and like obviously Steve was the benchmark for me, and you go through your career, you have targets. I had targets, and I never hid the fact that I wanted to beat Steve's records. You know, Ronnie can say all he likes about he doesn't care and everything. When he gets in that table, does he look like he doesn't care? I don't think so. He wants to win, and you know, perhaps when he loses, he doesn't. You know, he's got other things in his life, but he's a winner. He's a sportsman, and there's no doubt in my mind that he knows how many he's got. He knows how many he needs to get.
Okay, the natural evolution of things in sport, as in life, things move on, but is Ronnie going to make it to the 18th major title tonight?
Well, if he keeps hitting it like he did in the first frame this evening, there's a very good chance of that happening. That was a lovely break of 75, effortless, wonderful cue ball control. For these occasions, when he's out there and he's focused and he's playing well, that's where he's at his best, out in the arena, in front of a big crowd. Loves nothing more than competing.
Yeah. Better safety from Sean.
I bet you breathed a sigh of relief when he got the gap.
This bottom red does cut, but very difficult. Concentrating more on the cue ball and making sure of a good safety, but he hasn't got it close to that ball cushion. And again, no prize for guessing what Sean's going to do here.
Yeah, and this is tell us something, Mona, because he's had a couple of goes tonight. First one went in, the last one he missed. Big shot considering you've just gone a frame behind. That's as far as he's missed one all week.
Came right across that, and that's worrying.
Quite a nice target, that yellow and brown. Brown being knocked off its spot towards the yellow. It's pretty good if you can get the right contact off the side of the pack.
I'll just put a line up there. As you said, it's a pretty good target, John, and he's played it very, very well indeed. There's the gap. There's the gap. Maybe mind the gap.
Yeah, he can get through there. Might just have to swerve it a little bit to hit the red he wants. A little bit unlucky there, Sean. That was a good shot he played. And Ronnie deliberately playing down that side of the table off it because the pink is blocking the edge of the reds. So he's now Can't go down one side of the table. Looks like another long pot attempt. And that one didn't miss the pocket. Great shot. Once again, a little bit unlucky there. Could have had a nicer kiss than that.
Yeah, if you see that red go in, just for that full ball kiss on the pink, he would have been nicely on the blue. Oh, that's tremendous. Tremendous shot. Actually got into the cue ball too much. Wanted to be on the bottom of the two reds, just the right of the black spot.
Some cue in that, wasn't it? I mean, he's got some work on the cue ball to actually pot that and screw right back to where he is. Not too many players will be playing that shot on the circuit. Just looks like a safety now.
Best. Okay, he's got the cue ball close to this ball cushion, but he has left the red just below the pink spot. It's straightforward, this one.
Yeah, he played the wrong red there, didn't he? The two reds to the right of the pink spot. If he plays off that thin, goes down in between green and blue, he certainly cuts off one side of the pack. So he's not only not done that, he's left a shot to nothing here.
Yeah. Okay. He's not on the brown or yellow, but there's no prizes for guessing what Sean Murphy's next shot's going to be.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 1.
Yeah, I'm afraid he left himself open for that one, Sean. It was a great pop by Ronnie, but as a little game of chess went there, he sort of played the wrong piece and made the wrong move.
Well, there is a possible shot here. But he's got to be so precise. He's got to get the cue ball off one side cushion between red and blue onto the next side cushion and try and land on this red behind the black spot.
Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan 4.
Just needs to square it up a little bit off the first cushion. Now, has he left one of these reds? If he's left the red on, there's no point in Ronnie putting him back in. Yeah, the red was on, and he could use the other red.
One.
Yeah, I'm afraid he's been outthought, or he's outthought himself there, Sean Murphy, in that little exchange. Just by playing off the wrong red. Yes, he's been severely punished by Ronnie knocking it in, but it was the chance that he had. And at the level you're playing at, it's those little things now and again that can cost you frames.
4.
He's just trying to work out his plan of attack here. It's not straightforward, all those reds on the one side of the table. Obviously pink's off its spot. And he's just got to try and negotiate somewhere he can get and just get that black straight onto his spot as quickly as possible. He usually sorts it out.
Yeah, that's his only concern here. Get on the red, get the black on its spot, and try and win the frame. Because it won't be able to win it from playing on the ball colours of the blue. Oh, this is too hard. He needs a bit of luck here. He's been extremely fortunate there.
9.
I mean, if he can play a little screw here in behind the pink. Well, he screwed off the red instead. Couldn't do that shot. It was on a bounce. I thought if he could have played a little screw and dropped the pink in the middle. Not easy, I know, but he'd have had 2 reds on the right-hand side, which he could have played off one and he'd been on the black. So it obviously wasn't on because he'd have played it. Doesn't miss a trick.
Good blue.
15.
Need good cueing for this red and try and screw back up for the blue or pink here. Oh, that's brilliant. Great shot.
16.
Well, he's keeping it going. It's hard work at the moment for him. Just really awkward chance. He's going to try and drop this in and just hold it. Ooh, just about, because he was trying to hold the cue ball there. Certainly used the jaw.
21.
Yep, just went in off the right-hand side. Well, this is just an incredible break at the moment because he just keeps knocking balls in, trying to keep it going.
Well, that was an amazing shot there. To get into the white. He's got blue or pink here. Pink is quite tricky, but it would certainly be nicely on the red into the same pocket. We can pot the blue in and out ball. He's looking at the red that's close to the pink. In fact, both reds pot.
27. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 27.
Wow. After all the difficult pots he's potted, he's missed a pretty straight one. Now what can Sean do here?
One.
He's got a couple of reds he can play on, but he'd love to have had that cue ball a little higher. It's just to pot the blue and come down closer to the next red. So he's held the spot. So blue will go up onto the black spot. Good thinking.
6. 7. Tap.
Very good. And of course now pot the blue, get high on the red to the right of the cue ball there, and then he can play onto the black. That was very good thinking from Sean there, holding that spot.
12.
I'm just wondering, can he play a little cannon when potting this red? If you can cannon the red just to the left of the black off the cushion, stay on the black.
13.
No, obviously didn't have the angle, but that would have been handy. He's still in good position here.
Yeah, just try to promote that red a little closer to the pocket, make it a bit easier.
20.
He knew he had the option of the red. It's closest to the black spot as well. It's available.
Excellent shot.
28.
Points all level. 4 reds, 4 blacks would do it. Or 3 blacks and a blue.
Yeah, he's just checking the score.
29.
You're quite right. He's just got to get rid of all these 4 reds. And so far, he's negotiated these really well. But this chance will be annoying Ronnie because he did so much of the hard work to get the balls in better position. Then he misses the one you wouldn't expect. There it is. And in some ways, he's sort of half tidied the table up for Sean to come in, even though he's taken these very well.
Doesn't want to finish low on this black. Imperative that he leaves himself a nice angle. It's a good shot.
37.
Yeah, it's interesting. If he's got an angle, he could play on the one on the right hand side cushion now if he wanted. He doesn't have to. He decided to take that one. Sometimes when you're in those situations, you just get the perfect angle the first time. So you could play the red the other way.
44.
So it's plain ball.
45.
Virtually dead weight, so the cue ball lands tight to the side cushion.
This has been an excellent break so far. Just one red. And black or blue will do it.
52.
Yeah, this is the important shot of the frame.
Excellent.
53.
And this is another frame that will hurt Ronnie. He's lost a couple of frames already in this final that he should have won, and they may be the difference when it gets down to the latter stages of this match. That remains to be seen, but as you said, Johnny, did all the hard work in this frame just to miss that straightforward red. In goes the black.
Yeah, the feature this final time, we've been saying all week that Sean's been getting 30, 40 and 50 breaks and throwing lifelines to his opponent, but today it's been the opposite. He's had a few chances from Ronnie and he's been well up to the task. This has been a superb break.
62.
Yes, concentration has been spot on.
$65.
Had some great finals in the UK Championships over the years, and this is already proven to be another
69.
one. Not much between both players here.
74.
You miss the ball, and you're going to sit in the chair.
$80. 80 in the frame, Sean
Well,
Murphy.
Sean not too bothered about the black, and what a wonderful response that was. Ronnie O'Sullivan was in first, looked like he was going to take the frame, but it's Sean Murphy with a break of 80, and we're all square again. It's 5-all.
The frame decider will be
O'Sullivan to
a
break.
cracking Sunday night final.
Yep. What is sure is that both players are playing some really good stuff. Hugely impressed with Murphy in that last frame. Wonderful break. He's looked confident all week. Fairness to him. Some of the earlier rounds didn't have to be quite as clinical. Got away with a few mistakes that he made, but whilst you're still in, you can win, and he's improved in every round. He certainly did in the semi-final. Concentration was much better. It's been really good today. When he's at his peak, he is a handful, as Ronnie's finding out.
was an excellent aggressive safety shot there from Sean Murphy. He's put Ronnie in a difficult position here. These two reds have made it awkward to bring the cue ball down the left-hand side of the table. Oh, that's a cracking shot. Yeah. That was absolutely brilliant. There wasn't much margin for error there. Fantastic shot. No margin for error there whatsoever behind that red, just below the black. Played it to perfection. Just have a look at this. Just had to miss that red. And back up towards the bulk. Fantastic. Yeah, Sean can see the red on the right hand side past the yellow, but the problem with that going up and down is you've got to make sure it doesn't get a cannon with the red that's below it. Ordinarily, he's looking at it now. That's the shot you'd be playing straight away. He's just got to make sure you get the right contact with that. It's a little bit thicker than the shot you'd be playing normally. You don't want to get the cannon on the other red. That's why he's deliberating. Yeah, over a minute of thinking time. Don't blame him. Missing this company, he can be sitting down for a while. Well, whatever shot he was going to play, he needed to play it a little better than that, just catching the jaw. Had fair margin for error, really, Ken, didn't he? He certainly did. This could have been a lot easier for Ronnie. He's unmissable. He's played it well. Never easy. Going into a blind pocket. Just cued it beautifully. Well, if he's on that red to the left of the pack on its own, which he is, that is a lovely little shot he's played there. Got it right in the gap, and now much chance to make a better break than it would have been if he hadn't been on it. That was a really good link shot he played. Should be okay just to drop this red in. And all of a sudden, in a couple of shots,
12.
From looking unpromising, he's got the black out in the open. Superb.
13. I
mean, we saw from the previous camera angle that the bottom red of that bunch does pot, so. Well, I decided to go into him, always knowing that he'll be always on this red on the right hand side. Yeah, clever shot, Ken. Didn't screw this one, just stunned up and left forward momentum on the cue ball as opposed to bringing it back. Knew that he'd have this red on the right hand side, so lovely little shot that was. Opened a few balls out 29. With the cannon and was guaranteeing himself a positional shot. There's been an absolutely wonderful little break so far. There's another lovely little shot, wasn't it? Didn't have to play that with pace, just judge the cannon on that.
36.
Knowing full well he was on the red into this left-hand corner pocket.
37.
Yeah, Stephen was in the studio before saying he didn't think Ronnie's break building was up to as much today. Well, it is here. This has been wonderful. Lovely touch.
So many clever little shots, and I'm going to go right back to the green. The green was perfectly
44.
played.
45.
Yeah, just a beautiful weight on this cue ball. Just have a look at this pinpoint accuracy.
$52. 53.
I just like the safety shot he played, John. You know, to set this up, Sean had Ronnie in a lot of trouble.
60.
He played a wonderful safety shot to get out of it and put
61.
Sean back in a lot of trouble, and he couldn't get out of it. And because of that, these are the fruits of his labour. Absolutely brilliant. Such knowledge.
Yeah, he's in proper stroke in this break. He's hit these
68.
absolutely lovely. There's been an economy of effort in this break. Hardly touched the cue ball. It's just been on a string.
69.
And as ever, when you look at a break that Ronnie makes, it looks so simple. You think, I'll go down the club and do that myself. And we all know it's much more difficult than that. It really has
76.
been wonderful. And he's up for a fight, that's for sure. He's enjoying every minute of this.
And the high break, I think, is 142 by Michael White. I wonder, is he watching tonight? Could possibly go if he takes blacks with all these reds.
84.
He's not interested.
85.
I mean, how easy and how fluent and how deft a touch as he had in this break. The cue ball's hardly moved.
91. 92. 98.
Neil Robertson has
99.
made 8 centuries. Ronnie has made 8 centuries. This will be number 9 and the 98 of this year's UK Championship. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely brilliant.
104.
Century break from Ronnie O'Sullivan. He goes back into the lead once more in this match. It's now Ronnie O'Sullivan 6, Sean Murphy 5.
Enjoy while you're in it. Yeah, I mean, this is what you're a snooker player for occasions like this. These are the kind of things that I miss.
I do think you sort of become, over the years of playing this game, a bit of an adrenaline junkie. So this is why you play it, because all your senses will be heightened when you're out there.
Well, adrenaline's certainly flowing out there for these guys.
Well, no joy there for Ronnie with the long pot, but it's all right. Red that he's missed has gone safe. Cue ball's gone stuck on the green, so it's only a safety shot. And I agree with Steve there. Good point that he made about you keep asking the question when you go one ahead all the time. It's putting more and more pressure, certainly as you get nearer to the winning post.
Yeah, but in fairness, John, I think Sean has been coming up with all the questions, the answers to the questions that he's been asked. It's been to and fro so nicely this match. It really is enthralling, engrossing, I'm sure, for both the players as well as the audience.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying is it'd be nice for him to get his nose in from somewhere through the match and put the pressure on Ronnie to win the next frame. Such an incredibly high standard. up in the 90s, way up in the 90s for the pot success. Safety's not bad either. It's been an excellent final, really has so far. So a bit short with the cue ball, but at least he didn't knock a red towards the corner.
Nice target up behind the green here and the ball cushion. Wants to avoid that brown if he can. Anytime Sean can get his hand on the table and there's a red that's potable, he generally takes it on.
I think as with this one, where's the colour coming from? He's hit that so well. I mean, the middle pocket's there, we know that, but to hit that good and go in there, a little bit unlucky. Wonderful strike again.
The safety so far tonight has been spot on.
Yep, and this is trouble. Don't know whether he can get past the brown on the right hand side, but he can't even if he can see that red, he can't play the dump shot and leave the cue ball up here because there's a red on the left that'll pot. Yep, he's in all sorts here. He might be taking a while to think of this one.
I've just put a line up there. I'm not quite sure whether he can get that line. He's having a look at this shot. Well, it's very difficult.
Might be the only thing he's got. And it was. Could have come out worse.
He's had a bit of a result there. Anywhere off that cushion. There was a chance for Ronnie O'Sullivan, but cueing is so difficult.
Thing is as well, Kenny knocked two reds up in the balk area, which is even worse because Ronnie plays safe onto one of them. Still got the other one there. So he's decided that's all he can do is drop onto that. Yeah, he certainly had a result there, Sean. Because of the yellow and brown, he can't really play that shot where you hit the stun, you stun the first red into the second one and send them both up the table. He can't really play that. He's having a look. If yellow and brown went there, you could play that shot, stun it firm, and both reds would end up at the table. You've got to be careful you don't catch the ball colour. Yeah, there you go. It's still all right, but there was no way both reds were going to get down the table.
Yeah, but he's left a straightforward shot here for Ronnie O'Sullivan. He can, well, a couple of shots. He can leave the cue ball behind the yellow or try and get that cue ball tight behind the green here and knock the red back up towards the bunch. He hasn't played that too well. Has he left this red? He may have.
Ooh, that's tight. It's going very close to the blue, this cue ball. Very close. Which is why he's looking at maybe swerving it. The last couple of shots, Sean's been in a fair bit of bother.
Well, it's rolling off. Is it going to go in the pocket? If it does, he's going to leave him a shot.
Foul. Ronnie O'Sullivan 4. Back.
Phew. Because if that had gone in, that'd have been big trouble. See, coming down the table, gets about 2/3 down the way and then indicates right for Sean. And this is a real problem now to get this back in exactly the right place that it was before. Suppose it's all right if he's going to play the same shot, Ken.
Yeah, but
No,
the likelihood at that pace, cue ball could tend to roll off. Unless he plays the red on the way down and try and play the dumb shot.
Yeah, I suppose you play this now. Do you allow a little bit for it rolling that way the next time?
He's going to play the dumb shot here. As long as he doesn't get the double kiss. That's the problem. That was always the problem. I'm sure whether Ronnie can hold for the pink here into the left centre. If not, he'll go up for the blue. He could just about hold.
1.
Red left of the pink spot will pot when the pink goes back on its spot, and that will clear the pink a little bit.
Yeah, it's not a bad chance, this, is it? 2 or 3 shots. These could be very nice. I think I might have been tempted if I'd have been Sean to play the same shot again, Ken, that he played before.
7.
I know it rolled a little bit, but anyway, it was awkward.
This is just a perfect situation here for Ronnie O'Sullivan. Just a series of soft little screws and stones around the pink spot. We saw how good his touch and
14
was in the last frame. Doesn't have too much work to do with the cue ball here. Just stay around the pink.
15.
Yeah, it's like one of those practice routines you used to put up, didn't you, when you were learning to play the game, and you'd take the blue and black off the spots, take them off the table and just put the pink on and throw a load of reds round, and teaches you to play position just on the one colour.
21. $22.
In fairness, it's never a bad ball. There's 4 pockets it can go in.
Just screwed that cue ball slightly.
28.
He's playing for a red into this bottom right hand corner pocket. Still on the red, but can't hold for the pink this time.
It's funny when you just lose the cue ball, you can end up having 2 or 3 shots afterwards when you're scrapping to get it back. That's what's happened there. Played a lovely little screw shot around the angles, was run inside there, but he's come up a little bit short for the blue.
$34. $35.
It's almost as if he's hitting the ball too well at the moment. He's just getting so much work in it. Screw back off the pink, a little bit too far, there. He's just hitting it so good. Even left-handed, he's hitting it too good.
40.
This is tricky. Stay on the black here. Oh, he's played it with a bit of pace.
41.
Back out for the pink. This is marvellous. Back in prime position now.
Yeah. Boy, is he trying in this break, Ken.
47.
He's desperate to get a 2-frame lead going into the interval.
48.
From the minute Sean made that mistake, there's been an inevitability about this break. You could see his focus, the way he struck it.
54.
Okay, had to go up and come round for the blue in the middle of the break. But negotiated that. And he's just hitting the ball like a dream now.
55. $61.
Just come up a little bit short, he thought. He had a bit more on the cue ball there to come over and back.
They played the plant. Plenty of value in it. Lovely shot.
62.
Beautiful. I just knew when he came to the table, just the way the situation of the reds
69.
and the pink. As you said, he just ran out of position once, but once he was back in, it was
70.
There was inevitability about it. Great break. It looked like for a small moment
76.
in this afternoon session he'd lost his focus, but he's firmly got it back tonight.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Well, Sean says that's enough on another break of 76 from Ronnie O'Sullivan. He goes into the mid-session lead by 7 frames to 5 now.
To the commentary box now for the conclusion of this match, and John Parrott is going to seamlessly go into that seat in the studio. Ronnie O'Sullivan needs 3 more for a record equalling 6th UK crown. What, if anything, can Shaun Murphy do in the closing stages of this year's final? Let's find out. Dennis Taylor, Stephen's on his way to join.
Thank you, Hazel. He's a fast mover. It won't take him long. And it's Ronnie spotted something on the white there. Paul Collier, referee,
Frame
has
30.
cleaned it, and we're ready
Ronnie
for
O'Sullivan
action again. Now the red's coming up this time as the green covered it. I think it has. There's still one to the right corner. There you can see that one's blocked off. Can Shaun Murphy knock in one of his specials?
One.
Great start for Shaun after the mid-session interval, and he could do with this opening frame here. If he drops 3 frames behind against Ronnie O'Sullivan, it'll be a tall order. They had a brilliant final in the Champion of Champions Sean winning 10-8. That could well be the score again, but for who? That's the question. Not quite enough room, I don't think. And it's a little bit of an awkward respotting of the pink here. There wasn't, looks to be enough room between the reds, but obviously not. So in a direct line behind the black and blue spot, and not touching the red. Well, not often you get a round of applause for respotting a ball, but it's developing into a good chance here, and just got to be careful with the cannon on the pink, but should be guaranteed position. Well, I say it should be guaranteed position. Is he on this one? That's amazing.
18.
That was a little lapse in concentration there, that cannon that he played. End of break.
Sean Murphy, 18.
He just needed a full ball contact, and he was guaranteed to be on a couple of reds. And he just slid off the pink, and very disappointing that from Sean's point of view. Stephen Hendry's just made it to the commentary box, a little bit out of breath.
Yeah, really looking forward to this final session. Can Ronnie O'Sullivan keep the hammer down?
Just before you come in, Stephen, you're on your way up. Sean was in amongst them, and he played a very careless positional shot, playing a little cannon on the pink. You were on your way back to the commentary box. Have a look at this.
You could say possibly a wee bit unlucky, but yeah. That's another careless safety shot. You have to say in the last couple of frames, Ronnie Sullivan has started to get on top in every department.
He hasn't missed many of those, that's for sure.
He doesn't need me to tell him that he cannot afford to throw up these chances. Playing that would drag, possibly a touch of right-hand side. Just push the cue ball over to the left.
1.
Cheers.
That was a strange one. I don't think he was expecting to screw off the cushion and in behind that red along the cushion.
Looks like this red up for brown. Be a bonus if we get through the gaps of the blue, but it doesn't look like it.
They're far from easy at the moment. He's got a little bit of work
13.
to do here to get a few more in play and a few shots time.
14. $21.
Well, that's his intention. He's looking at the black and he's now looking at the pink, so he can play for either colour to then disturb the reds.
22.
You won't be happy with that. Oh, okay, you can screw off the cushion for the loose red, but you wanted to go into the bunch while that red was there.
$29.
You just have to be careful. The three reds are in a line right above the black. If he hits that red full ball, he could stick on that and be on nothing.
They were never an easy pack to go into.
37.
Even with his terrific cue power, but this one might just go to the middle pocket. Bit easier now to play the cannon, not quite as awkward.
Worrying times
45
for Sean Murphy, it has to be said. This is the biggest lead either player's had. If Ronnie was to go in and win this frame, 3 frames. It's never easy when you're chasing leads against any player, but trying to chase down Ronnie O'Sullivan in a major final. Basically, you just can't afford to miss any more shots, Dennis. No unforced errors.
Well, he had a 76 in the frame before the mid-session interval and a century in the frame before that.
$49. $50.
One more good positional shot and The frame should be his, and the lead should be 3 frames. And it's not perfect.
54.
Glance round at the scoreboard, he's still well short. He's going to have to head up the table again. And they're a little awkward now, these 3 reds. He's looking at the possibility of a plant now. That would be a bonus because they're blocking each other into the right corner and the pinks stopping one from potting into the left corner. Yeah, the plant's there. And with them being close together, he's got to make sure he gets the correct contact
58.
on the first red, because could squeeze it slightly, so he must be spot on with this. That's another frame safe.
66. Yeah, he's found a gear, hasn't he, Dennis? An extra gear just to pull away.
$70. 71. $76.
This looks like it's going to be Ronnie O'Sullivan's 10th century in this year's Betway UK Championship.
81.
And if he does make the century, it will be 99 in this year's UK. That's
85.
going some.
$90. 96.
Absolutely brilliant from Ronnie O'Sullivan. For 5 frames all. And suddenly he's produced a 76 and 2 century breaks. And he now leads by 8 frames to 5, just 2 away.
Just cannot make a mistake.
You can't, otherwise this fella will punish you. Ronnie coming to the table, needing 2 more frames for the win.
And Sean going to continue to attack. He literally cannot afford to miss any more pots in this final if he wants to win. Good start. Good start. Excellent shot.
It can be a silly game at times. We showed you the red he missed in the previous frame. A sitter playing with a little bit of drag, and then he gets down and knocks that beautiful long one in to give himself a chance here. Brilliant cueing. And there's one at the back that might be available because he's fairly straight on this black. Well, it obviously doesn't pot because he's playing this long red.
16.
To get back on the black, up into the yellow pocket. Good cueing.
17.
Yeah, and he's got a good angle on the black to screw through these reds.
$24. $25.
Red at the back of the bunch goes to the same pocket. You're looking for an angle in the black again because they're a nice bunch to go into. Huge target if he gets level with the black. He's always got that red near the left middle for a bit of insurance. No, it's okay, he's got a red to the left corner, can follow through of 2 cushions.
And this, his 5th black. And with that red over the middle pocket,
40.
When he goes into the bunch, that's a little bit of insurance. So
41.
What a key shot coming up.
Top spin, touch your right hand side into those 2 reds above the black. Oh, I don't think he's on anything unless that red squeezes into the left middle.
48.
Well, it must be tight. No, it'll go, and there's a slight angle.
I can play the cue ball into an area here for a choice, either red into right corner or that red over the left middle. There you see all the reds that go to the right corner, but he's missed the black. Oh dear, Sean. Look at what he's left on.
49.
Was he possibly thinking about the 147 too much, Dennis?
Yeah, he definitely had that at the back of his mind there. You could tell the way he played the red in the middle pocket, but he very rarely misses with the rest. But how costly is that miss going to be?
One.
I would say one word, Dennis. Very.
Yeah, you may well be right, Stephen.
Okay, maybe 40 points behind, but
9.
It's definitely a new favourite for this frame.
I think that one near the middle pocket on the right side of the tables, it's not
16.
that easy, really. He's got a long way to go before he gets to that. He's already had a little glance at that red, so that shows you how many shots ahead he's thinking.
Yeah, it's one of them shots. He doesn't want to play from distance, that red, but if he gets right behind it, he can just drop it in for the blue. But any distance, it'll be a very tough pot. He'll probably leave that red till last. Because obviously dropping onto the blue, easy to get up for the yellow.
24. $25.
He's just overscrewed that by a couple of
31.
inches. No problem.
32.
Yeah, in a few shots time, that circle there, he'd love to put the white in the middle of that.
$39.
Always took the opportunity to bring it into play, and that's just enough. It's much easier now. It was funny how he changed his plan there, Stephen, with being straight on that red. He took the opportunity to screw right back and just flick it out a touch.
45.
Yeah, that shows how he's always thinking, the snooker brain. He realised the angle he had on the red was perfect just
46.
to flick the red. He knew exactly how he was going to contact that red. He knew the angle he had. He recognised it and executed the shot perfectly. He's never looked in doubt, this clearance.
53. $54.
Wow, this is just perfect snooker that he's playing at the moment from 5-all.
Yeah, as I said earlier, he's going through the gears now.
$59. 61. $64.
He's done very little wrong, a couple of small errors, but that was all it took.
73.
Well, you can't do much about this. This is just no miss snooker he's playing at the moment. And Ronnie O'Sullivan takes that frame. That's 4 in a row. And now he's just 1 frame away from a little bit of history. He leads Sean Murphy by 9 frames to 5.
He doesn't have any pressure on him in the same way as he did at the start of the session or when he was 1-0 behind. You know, you could expect him to play some decent stuff from here on in, but Ronnie O'Sullivan's very good at closing out matches.
The record books beckon once again for O'Sullivan.
Thank you, frame 15. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Well, it's plain and simple. What Sean Murphy has to do is do what he did in the semi-final against Ryan Day. He won 5 frames with 1 visit. And that's how many frames he needs here, 5 frames. Ronnie just needing the 1 for victory. That's an incredible stat there, 96% pot success rate. Sean's at 93. And he's certainly opened the game up with that safety shot there.
Sean's eyeing up this red to the left corner. Every shot could be his last now in this UK Championship final. This red does pot to left corner, but controlling the cue ball is the issue.
All right, thank you.
He really is focusing on this one. He knows it's all about the cue ball as well as the pot. Oh, if he struck on the pink for the middle pocket, that is a big bonus. But maybe it doesn't go. Well, maybe it does go. And what a result he's had there, Stephen.
Well, when it's your night, it's your night. But normally, when you play this well, things do happen for you. This could be the beginning of the end. The way he's played the last 4 frames, I would expect the title to be won at this visit.
Yeah, we normally say the toughest frame to win is the one that gets you past the winning post, but that's not the case with the top of the tree players like Ronnie O'Sullivan, gentleman next to me, Stephen Hendry, Steve Davis in the studio. Never had a problem closing a match out.
15.
He just doesn't like any of these reds because he thinks he's going to have to play a cannon off both of them. And it's just awkward. It's not often Ronnie O'Sullivan takes this long over a pot. We've seen him in safety shots do a lot of thinking, but over an actual pot, this is very unusual for him.
Well, he thought for almost a minute, and in the end he played it left-handed and pushed the black on. That was a terrific shot. He knew he had to make certain of that. That's why he thought about it for so long. But I mean,
24.
76, 86 and 2 centuries in the last 4 frames. Incredible.
$31. 32.
If there's anyone in any sport displaying more genius at their sport than Ronnie O'Sullivan does at snooker, I've yet to see it. Best player I've ever seen.
Well, there always was the debate who was the greatest of all time.
37.
And I know you're sitting next to me, but I thought Ronnie just overtook you a couple of seasons ago, Stephen. That's my personal opinion. But he's still 2 world titles behind you.
38. $43. 44.
He's given his opponent a lesson tonight.
has to be said.
$51.
So this cannon, if he needs to play a cannon, goes right. I think it's all over.
Maybe it hasn't gone right, the cannon. It's finished rather awkward.
59.
Well, if he can't win it this visit, that will irritate him.
Sullivan, 59.
Well, a terrific round of applause, but he's not quite there yet, but he's got one hand on the trophy, you'd have to say. And with Sean 59 points behind and 3 reds up the other end of the table, that doesn't help his cause if he gets a chance. He's the ultimate professional, this man, and he'll appreciate the standard that Ronnie has produced here this evening, but he's not finished just yet. But one long pot up into the right corner pocket. This could be the winning shot. He's just looking to see what he would leave if he takes it on. Is it there? Of course it's there! What a final we've had here. It looked like it was going to go all the way both players were playing. The standard was unbelievable. He's just steadying himself. That's the one he wanted. That makes absolutely certain of the final. What a performance.
16.
I know he says
17.
He's not all that bothered about records, but make no mistake, he's put so much hard work and practice in for this year's UK Championship.
24. 25.
It's been a great championship. The crowds have been absolutely fantastic throughout
29.
the televised stages. And they've been treated to
30.
some wonderful snooker.
This is a lovely feeling as well, just clearing the balls up when you've won a major championship.
Someone said yes, Ronald.
44.
Well, have a look at that for a shot.
45.
Even Sean Murphy was smiling in his seat there.
49.
Doesn't matter about the yellow. What a display of snooker from Ronnie O'Sullivan. Being congratulated by Sean Murphy. For 5 frames all, he produced some real magic. And Ronnie O'Sullivan equals Steve Davis's 6th UK titles. And he is the 2017 Betway UK champion.
Incredible opening session, and when you came back from 2-4 behind to 4-all, what kind of hope and confidence levels did you bring into this evening?
Yeah, I was really looking forward to the game, and came into the whole match knowing that I'd have to be at my absolute best to beat Ronnie over the distance in a tournament that's so big. And unfortunately, I just wasn't good enough, in the second session. I want to congratulate Ronnie on equaling the 6 titles by Steve Davis for this tournament. It's an absolutely phenomenal achievement. And it's not the end I wanted to the fortnight I've had. I've had a phenomenal 12 days here in York. The guys here have made it, the fans have made every moment just so special. They've been great all week. And my friends and family who've been with me the whole time have made it really special. So, not the ending I wanted, but I've had a great time here.
It's an 8th Triple Crown final, Sean. It's your 4th final of the season. There's plenty more to come from you this term, I'm sure. Ladies and gentlemen, our runner-up, Sean Murphy. Thank you, Sean. Ronnie O'Sullivan, a record-equalling 6th UK crown, a record-equalling 18th major title. Both must sound very good to you tonight.
Yeah, I just want to say well done to Sean. He's had a great tournament. He's been playing fantastic all season. We had a great final in Coventry. So just want to say well done to Sean. But the records are great. To equal it. And like Sean said, the fans this week have been unbelievable, so I just want to say a massive thank you to them, and just tried my best all week just to, there's nothing left, I give everything there is, but I'm over the moon, to win any tournament, let alone the UK Championship. So happy, yeah. We talked about how Sean contested so brilliantly this afternoon. It was a wonderful first session, but how pleased were you with the way you went through the gears from 5-all to 10-5 today? Yeah, I think we both can play better. Sean missed a few easy balls, a little bit of bad luck as well, and and that's all it takes sometimes. Just to, if the other guy gets a bit of momentum, the modern game, a lot of players can win 4, 5, 6 frames on the bounce. So, that's just how snooker is these days. It's a tough school.
24 years ago, this gentleman came to the UK Championship at the age of 17 and won this one. And 24 years, you're still winning. Ronnie, when you look back, what does the Ronnie of now think of the Ronnie of then in terms of how you play the game?
I don't know. I don't think I'm much different, really. I've just sort of I've just tried to enjoy the game. I try to express myself. I try to attack the game and play the game how I think it should be played, and and when you get a few battle scars, you learn that maybe you can't attack as much all the time. So I just love playing. I love competing, and I just can't believe I'm still playing at 42. All these grey hairs and all that. What's going on? I'm old enough to be most people's dads on the tour.
Well, you're still playing and he's still winning. Your champion once again for a 6th time, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your presentation party, Steve Dawson, Chief Exec of World Snooker, and Alan Alger, Head of PR at Betway. The runner-up receiving a silver medal and a cheque for £75,000. What a great ambassador for snooker, Sean Murphy. the winner, receiving a cheque for 170 big ones, the trophy and the title 2017 Betway UK champion, Ronnie O'Sullivan. Your champion, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
O'Sullivan claims 2 of the 3 majors in snooker in 2017. He's smashed the 900 century mark this season. He's claimed a record equaling 18th major title. He is one of the greatest personalities, not just in this game, but in any game. And once again, Steve Davis and John Parrott, he has underlined that.
He was absolutely magnificent tonight. From 5-all to 10-5 was as close to perfection on the snooker table as you are likely to see. I think he missed 1 ball. He lost 1 positional shot in the 5 frames that he played. And Sean Murphy just ran into a genius of a juggernaut tonight.
Steve, you are now the co-owner of the UK record with 6 titles.
I'm delighted to be in the company of Ronnie O'Sullivan in that department, but I think Ronnie O'Sullivan has pushed the bar up even higher than any of the levels before it. He is, on his day, not just the most peculiar and the most amazing player we've ever seen, but I think he's also one of the greatest winning machines we've ever had. And I agree with you, one of the greatest sporting personalities this country has ever produced.
Well, Ronnie, is still winning major titles. We've talked about majors in this sport, but that obviously brings him level with Stephen Hendry, Jack Nicklaus on 18, and you're looking down at the likes of Pete Sampras and Rafa Nadal and yourself on 15. And so it goes on, and there's a direct correlation and comparison between the individual sports like this and golf and tennis, surely.
Yeah, absolutely there is. I mean, amazing to think. Who'd have thought when he was 17, when his event for the first time, here he would be all those years later still doing it. And there's been players, Hazel, who've come along, they've had careers, they've finished, they've all gone, they're off the circuit now. He's still here, and everyone who turns up who thinks they've got a game of snooker to play, he's a match for anybody who's turned up and played, and he's still the best.
How much longer, how many more majors can he win, Steve?
Well, when you see him in this form, he's not going to go off the boil soon. I think he's got like 2 or 3 more years. As long as he's focused, he's going to be there or there fighting. I think 1,000 centuries is nailed on, and I think somewhere down the line, perhaps even another world championship. There's a lot of great players in the game who have their say, but Ronnie O'Sullivan, in good form, not just in best form, in good form, can still win events. It's astonishing how well he plays.
Yeah, well, Roger Federer is on 19 major titles, and of course Ronnie heads to the Masters next month with a very good chance of equalling that.
Yeah, and that tournament's just absolutely made for him. He loves it. He's in his hometown. He turns up, plays his match, go home, has a sleep in his own bed, comes back, wins his next match, and he usually ends up winning the trophy, lifting it in the air. He's won it. How many times has he won that one? 7 times?
He's won it 7 there. That's a record too.
Well, listen, there's a very good chance it'll be 8.
Now, let's be honest. Do you think that he is going to go for this 7 world titles? I mean, Stephen's there, but this is the biggest ask of them all, surely, in terms of world titles. He's got another 2 to match that.
Well, it is, and that's tough because it's only one tournament of the year. You can try and focus and identify on tours. It doesn't necessarily work out that way. All you can do is get himself in the right frame of mind to turn up for the tournament and see how it goes. You know, you'd say if he could win 2 out of the next 4 years, that's a fantastic achievement with all of the great players, including Mark Selby, around. So it's going to be difficult for him.
And very briefly, a word on Sean Murphy, because this is an exceptional season for him. Surely there's more to come from the magician.
There is absolutely more to him. Listen, he can look back at that match and just say, what could I do? Because honestly, he missed 1 or 2 balls, but the standard he was playing against tonight was nearly impossible to beat. He played really well this week.
He did indeed. All right, well, we talk about the Masters, and that's where we'll be heading in the new year, because Ronnie will be defending the title that he won in great style last January. He beat Joe Perry there, and he will be defending that title when the Masters gets underway from Sunday the 14th of January, and that will be live on the BBC. And don't forget that the tickets for next year's UK Championship go on sale tomorrow. Get them fast, they go very fast. In the meantime, have a fantastic Christmas. We'll see you in the new year, and thanks for being with us. Bye for now.